Hello, everybody. Welcome to This Day. It is Tuesday, October 28th. If anybody's yawning, are you a little bit tired? Yeah, 18 innings of baseballs for you Dodger fans. Did anybody stay up? I did not. I went to bed. I couldn't do it. But can you imagine Freddie Freeman again with a walk-off home run 2 years in a row? Amazing game. I'm saying they shouldn't even have to play today. They should just go rest. That's 18 innings. That's 2 games. The Dodgers should get both wins, right? I'm not getting a lot of agreement out there, but that's a theory. We could do that. All right, on today's show, let's talk about no more last night stuff. Let's talk about today. PC Club, Gary Russell's going to be here. We're going to talk about the November schedule they have for classes for you to take, and also all the tech with Ting. He's going to be talking about how it's going to help folks who are using their computing, all the things that are coming with Ting in terms of Wi-Fi and all that technology. He's going to be talking about that as well. Then later in the program, we're going to be welcoming Wyatt McLean from the El Toro Water District. We're going to be talking about what not to put down the drain and other things like that, so stay tuned for that as well. Right now, though, we ought to stay informed, and we got an important one for you. It's kind of a fun one as well. Veterans Day, of course, lots of holiday, lots of fun, lots of barbecue, but remember, we have some updates for you. Transportation's not going to be running on the holiday demand response schedule, so no fixed route service, things like that. You have to do plan a ride or something like that. Boost Lift services will be available as well, so you can make sure you make arrangements if you need to on November 11th. You can call the transportation number. There will be no interrupted trash or bulky item pickup, which is great. So you can be able to put your trash out at the regular schedule and all that kind of stuff. Contractor hours, they are also permitted to go ahead as well. So there you go. Just a quick update on our veterans hours and updates for Veterans Day. Just less than 2 weeks away there. All right, let's take a quick check of our weather. Got some great warm temperatures. If you like hot, you're gonna love the next few days. We got Santa Ana winds in store for us, so it's gonna be a little breezy here, and just the warm, dry temperatures for us. Then we start to taper off Thursday. We got the end of the Santa Anas as we get a little bit of a cooler and a little bit of a return of the marine layer and marine influence, so it'll be nice on Friday. I'm looking forward to Friday. 76 degrees. I'm always looking forward to Friday, though. It's nice weekends. I love my weekends. All right, let's take a check of sunrise, sunset while we're at it. And speaking of people who love their days off, Bree Cox Kennedy is still on vacation. She's sending us pictures now from Hong Kong. Overcast there. It's going to be sunny here today, but overcast there. Thank you, Bree, for your around-the-world trip pictures that you keep sending us. Sunrise this morning was 7:07. Sunset tonight is going to be 6:02. If you have a picture, you don't have to go all the way to Hong Kong like Bree did. You can take pictures right here in our community and send them in. Pets, places, vacation spots, whatever you want. We love to use your pictures. Email us, lagunawoodsvillagetv@gmail.com. Make sure you include your name, where you took the picture, and we will use it in our sunrise sunset segment. Okay, we got a couple of meetings to tell you about. One canceled, one still on. And then when we come back, we'll be talking with Gary Russell from the PC Club.
There's been a huge amount of progress in all areas of cancer research generally over the last 20, 30 years. Unbelievable progress. Still not there. Still lots to do. No matter what cancer you have, we're working on it at Hoag. It's not a pie in the sky hope. It's a real hope. I'm still right there in the trenches as a treating oncologist and as a cancer scientist as well. I want to be part of conquering cancer.
Chris Perandi's Stunt Dog Experience, featuring the best stunt dogs on planet Earth. Watch man's best friend reach incredible new heights. Paws down, these are the most talented dogs you'll ever meet. As seen on The Tonight Show, Ellen and Oprah, these stunt dog stars will soar, spin, jump, and fly as everyone chants doggone fun. Get ready to howl with laughter.
21 years ago, I started Sayless Home Care because I saw a need for a professionally run home care organization in Laguna Woods. I wanted to build on 3 principles. 1, ease for the client. One call to Sayless Home Care will put you on the right path. 2, quality. Medicare ranks Sayless among the highest home health and hospice providers in the state. 3, trust. We've been in business for 21 years. Call Sayless and let us show you why we've been in business longer than any other home care company in South Orange County.
He walked down the pitch-black hallway, the kind that swallows every whisper.
Computing isn't what it used to be. At the Laguna Woods PC Club, we're committed to keeping you ahead of the curve. Our state-of-the-art workshop boasts over 30 computers, scanners, and printers. Our dynamic seminars, led by experienced volunteers, cover the latest trends in computing. Embrace the future of computing with us. The Laguna Woods PC Club.
Let's talk tech. I know that's another show, I think, but we're going to talk tech with Gary Russell, president of the PC Club. Welcome, Gary. Thanks for being here.
Good to be back.
It's been a little bit since we've seen you last. So tell people about PC Club, what it's all about, what's the mission, what's the core there?
Yeah, we have three major areas that we work. One is our learning center, where you can come in and learn about everything from the basics all the way up to AI. We have a pretty wide range of classes. And then we have a workshop or a lab where you can come in and get help, one-on-one help. You can bring your laptop in for help, and we have supervisors there that will help you. And we've got resources and assets like scanners and printers that will allow you to get things done.
Yeah. Are people having a lot of questions about AI, or how do they use it, or how do they incorporate it into like their regular days?
Yeah, some. We're seeing a big growth in people using AI, particularly ChatGPT. It took a while for it to catch on, and now it's becoming really commonplace.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you have 500 members in the club?
Yep.
Yeah. Well,
Just about, yeah.
And you also have AI classes, like we just kind of mentioned, right?
Yes, we do. And I think we're going to be having more because it is such a hot topic and growing that it's really hard to keep up with. And so we have like an introductory ChatGPT class, which is good.
Yeah.
And then from there, people can kind of learn on their own and take it in different directions.
Right. You also teach people how to stay away from scams. All of us get so many scams on our phones, on our computers. It's in the mail. I mean, it's just crazy, right?
It is, and it's one of the classes that I do because I'm kind of passionate about the subject. But yeah, what we're learning is that I'll call them the bad guys, but the scammers are getting more sophisticated all the time. And they're fooling us in ways that they're sort of hard to catch. So now there's programs, AI bots actually, that you can upload a text message or an email that you got and ask it, hey, is this a scam? And it's a great resource just to pause and don't click on a link and don't fall for.
Right.
One of the scariest ones is the social engineering ones where people masquerade as somebody you know and love, and they're in trouble.
They'll get voice clips from them and things like that. And if they can use AI to do that, we can use AI to fight them.
Pretty much what we're going to have to do. But yeah, we just encourage everybody, take a pause and call the company back before you click on anything.
And you guys have a kind of like, we're just talking about the AI class, but you guys have just tons of different classes out there, right? I mean, really a lot.
Yeah, it's on the screen there, but it's pretty wide, diverse set of things, from the basics to a lot of Microsoft products to Google Drive, Google Passwords, how to get a Gmail account, which will be important with Ting, and then the AI and home networks and streaming and There's really something for everybody.
Okay. Now, if people want to find it, they have to probably use their computer to click on a class, right? So where do they go if they want to do that?
On the website, we make it pretty easy. thepcclub.org is the website, and at the top is you can just go look at classes that are coming up, or you can register if you know pretty much what you're looking for, and right at the top there, it'll walk you through how to do that, and then we send you a reminder, and then you show up for the class and participate as much as you want, or as little as you want, and get some handouts, and pretty good way to get going on things.
There you go. Let's take a look at the November class schedule you guys have coming up. I can't believe we're already talking about November, but we are.
I know.
File management, where to store your files. Because so many people have everything's on their desktop.
It is. It is.
Look at their screens.
Right. and it used to be store everything local on the computer, and then occasionally do a cloud backup. Well, it's almost reversed now, where you can kind of have all of your files and things in the cloud. They're well protected, they're encrypted, they're almost always available. And then just going down the list, we have a few classes on the village history and governance. It's not really a tech subject, but it should be of interest to everybody.
Right.
And then genealogy with Davis does a great job on that. And then I have it underlined there, but it's a special kind of one-time only introduction to WordPress.
Okay.
Which is a very powerful web building tool, kind of complex, and we're very fortunate to have Jack Salvador, who used to do that for a living, still does to some extent.
Okay.
And he's going to teach that class for us in mid-November.
I might have to come to that one.
That's
All right.
a
And then
good
you have
one.
home networks and streaming. We're going to talk a little bit more about that one in a second. But also preparing your taxes.
It's getting ready for
it's-
tax season again.
again.
It's almost nonstop, but here we are again. Barbara's going to be leading the volunteer tax prep program. Very successful, over 1,400 returns last year. We expect to do that again this year. It's open to everybody,
And then there's one on the village website because they revamped the website and maybe people are having trouble navigating or just new folks in the community don't know it very well, right?
Exactly. Things like dwelling live and just how to navigate. It's a good website, but it can be a little tricky to get around. So Jeff does a good job showing folks how to use it, how to get the calendars up, things like that.
Okay. Let's talk about Ting. Let's talk about the fiber rollout and what it means for folks like you in the PC Club to say, hey, this is going to be a great tool, great
Right.
asset.
Very hot subject. The installations are proceeding. We're having meetings. The Mac and the Camera Club just had a meeting. And so we put out a website that is sort of all things Ting. I know Ting has their own website too, but it's everything about why is fiber better, to when are my installations coming, what do I need to do to get prepared, to how much speed are we going to get, even things like, hey, how do I set up the new Wi-Fi, and how do I get that going on my phone, whether it's an Android or an iPhone or a PC. So it's sort of a collection of resources, we hope easy to understand. We're adding more all the time. I just put up a kind of an installation map of where the installations are happening. And I'm working pretty closely with the Ting group on this, so it's all sanctioned and approved by them. And we have about 6 of us are ambassadors, and we kind of sit between the Ting folks and the community. And so we invite people to contact us in the Mac Club, the Camera Club, and get further information if they need it. And we'll continue to be out there educating. I do a class on home networks and streaming to help folks get ready who may not be aware of how smart TVs work and how you do the new the new apps and things like that. And then eventually next August, we're getting DirecTV, right, and the Gemini service.
Right, that's all coming on board.
Yeah, so this is where the whole industry is going, is to streaming instead of coax cable. And it's a different experience, but it's a really good one. And things like recording, some people use TiVo, right? Well, there is not going to be that anymore, but you record in the cloud. So it's sort of like cloud DVR.
Okay.
Video on demand, whether that's sports or Law and Order, whatever your favorite news programs are, they'll be available for you. Over 100 channels of DirecTV, plus HBO Max and Paramount. And then if you still like your Netflix and Prime Video and Hulu, you can still have that too.
Okay. What do you think people have been most challenged about in terms of the questions you're getting from folks about Ting and what's coming on board?
I'd say the main one is, when is my installation happening, right? And then what about West Coast Internet, which we're telling everybody, don't disconnect with West Coast Internet yet,
Because they're still building out this network.
Right. They have to support today's service. And even though some people are getting Ting, I'll say early, we can't go live officially until all the testing is done, all the bugs are wrung out. So that'll be towards the end of next year. Meanwhile, if you're fortunate, you get 2 networks in your home for a while. But it's really going to be good. The speeds that we're already getting are very, very good. And I think folks should just remember, this is going to be some of the best internet in the country. It's going to be that good.
I mean, tech is synonymous with change, right? And so I think that's one of the things that people are so challenged by. Like, I just learned this, and now I have to learn this. And it seems to come faster and faster.
Yeah, that is absolutely true with tech. We're on a very fast adoption curve right now with all the AI coming. I think the fiber really was a necessity. We had to do this. And that's why it's such a big project, an important one in the village. But you're right, it is a very fast-paced AI world right now.
All right. People want to get to more information, they can go to websites and phone numbers and things like that?
Absolutely, it's all there. The phone numbers are on the screen right there. We're on the 3rd floor, just down the hall here. The workshop's open 10 to 4. And we are going to be closed for Thanksgiving, by the way, those couple of days. But otherwise, we're there doing classes, getting ready for taxes. And we always love to hear from people, what do you want to learn that we're maybe not addressing today? And how can we help you?
Well, yeah, whenever I walk by that room and that things are going on, it's well attended. So I know people have the questions and they're getting help. Thank you, Gary Russell from the PC Club. Appreciate it.
Good to be here. Thank you.
El Toro Water District is up next. Stay with us. You're watching This Day.
Are you looking to boost your financial knowledge in a friendly, relaxed setting? Join us at the Financial Forum Club, where we tackle important money matters together. The second Thursday of every month from 3 to 5 p.m. in Clubhouse 7. No RSVP is required. Come to learn, share, or just listen. Coffee and cookies are on us. The Financial Forum Club, your community, your future, your financial education.
At Adapt to It, we strive to make the everyday tasks easier by providing our customers with the tools they need to be successful. We carefully explain the use and care of all of our equipment. Adapt to It has been in Laguna Woods for over 20 years, and we know that nothing in life stays constant. So we can help you adapt to all the changes in your life. Adapt to It sells and rents items and always delivers with a smile. Come in today to experience what we mean when we say, when you can't change it, adapt to it.
At Petwell Clinic, your local fast relief pet care clinic, there's no waiting days for an appointment. Just walk in when your pet needs care. From the moment you arrive, you'll feel our commitment to openness and service excellence. You remain by your pet's side throughout their visit, and all charges are clearly explained, so there are no surprises at checkout. Serving Laguna Woods Village, we are committed to kind and accessible pet care. Petwell Clinic, your most convenient option for quality pet care.
We're Denise and Ann with Legacy Arrangements.
We help families plan ahead for future funeral and cremation pre-arrangements. We represent over 70 mortuaries in the Southern California area.
We know these conversations aren't always easy, but we understand how truly important they really are. We are dedicated to making an uncomfortable conversation as comfortable for you as possible.
By planning today, you're going to lock in today's cost and you're going to let your family know your future wishes.
It's truly a gift you give your loved ones.
From the El Toro Water District, I want to welcome Director Wyatt McLean, and we're going to be talking about some McDirty stuff on the show today.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for having me this morning.
Thanks for being here.
Thank you.
So we want to talk about people, how they treat their pipes, and it affects how the water district works and that kind of stuff. So let's talk about FOG. What is FOG? That's an acronym
Fats, oil,
for?
and grease.
Fats, oil, and grease.
Things you don't want to put down the drain. Just a quick story. We had our grandkids living with us a few years ago, and it was a great experience. But around the holidays, it was just great. I love smelling the turkey and everything. And I noticed they would cook and fix breakfast, lunch, whatever. And the kitchen was always very clean. But then I noticed our sink was all stopped up. And I asked them, I said, what do you kids usually do with the grease and this and that? Well, down the drain. I said, no, we probably shouldn't be doing that. Of course, I had to call the plumber and spend some money. But yeah, there's a lot of effect that can be from that in your local sink and then the infrastructure as well.
Right, and that can cause sewer backups,
Correct.
And then that has to be cleaned out and rotored out, so to speak, and that kind of thing. But when those things do go through the system and they go into a processing area where sewage is processed, it really can. It's a problem, right?
Oh, absolutely. And the district takes a lot of care to check our pipes and facilities. We even have little robots that'll go in the sewer itself and check for cracks and so forth. But it takes a lot of care to make sure everything's working correctly all the time. But absolutely, it can cause problems in the filters and in the system overall.
Right. And should we be putting stuff down the garbage disposal in the first place? Should we really just be kind of putting it in the trash in terms of waste? I mean, I know in Europe, they think it's crazy that we have garbage disposals in America. There's so many areas that they don't, garbage disposals, what's that?
Oh, no, absolutely true. Coffee grounds, eggshells, things of that nature. Actually, some of the cities now are putting out little containers where you can put food waste, and they'll pick them up with your green material as well. No, it's not something we should be doing.
We have another slide here, and we'll just kind of show the impact. See this up close in terms of the picture. This is nasty stuff, right?
Nasty.
This is what happens. This is the stuff we don't see, so we don't really realize it. And on the right, there's a picture of like, look, a sewage line kind of backing up into the street. And those are the things that can really happen just because of people putting the wrong stuff, their grease and things like that down the drain.
Oh, absolutely. And the district has a history of maintaining and taking care of those issues very, very well. But with commercial establishments, restaurants, and so forth, we have protocols that are in place there for just that kind of thing. But you don't want to see that. That's not good.
What do you know the process of what has to happen when they have to go down there and clear something like that out? I mean, is it just a day-long kind of thing? Is it damaging the pipes? Is it is it the costs? I imagine are pretty high for something like that.
Well, I don't know time-wise. I guess it would depend on the issue.
Right.
But they would certainly isolate it and clean it out, making sure everything was working correctly. And something we don't want and almost never have is an exposure, any of the material would be in the wrong place. But time-wise, it would just depend on the blockage, I'm sure.
So like we said, don't put certain things down the garbage disposal. Fats, oils, and grease, fog, we know that one. Fruits and vegetables with skins. What's the problem with those? Do we know?
Well, it's just kind of hard in texture. Take a potato peel. It's not going to assimilate, if you will. It's not going to go through too well. And two, I think more and more we're looking at the disposal of those items. If we put them in the correct place, they can be probably used for other things, such as maybe turned into methane at some point or whatever.
Now, eggshells, when we hit the garbage disposal, we think they go down just fine and they disappear, but they don't really. They kind of get stuck in the pipe, right? They get kind of like almost like silicate in there, and just a little stick to the bottom of the pipe, right?
That's right. Not you want to put your hand in the disposal, but if you looked in there, you probably find residue even after you rotate the disposal.
They just really they don't flow, right? They don't float. They kind of just drag and get really stuck,
Correct.
and then they capture other things that get stuck, right? So that's where that buildup starts to begin, right?
Oh yes, sir. Very true. Coffee grounds as well.
And coffee grounds. See, maybe I'm crazy. I always heard, or I thought I heard, that coffee grounds were good. You put it in the garbage disposal, and somehow it helped.
No, it helps your plants. Some people put them in their
plants.
plants.
Okay. All right. I don't drink coffee, so that's a good thing for me. I don't do that no matter what.
My wife puts it in the plants. Works pretty well, I guess. She's the gardener in the family.
So in terms of El Toro Water District and what you guys do, water safety is one of the biggest things you guys can do.
Yes.
Is this part of like safety in terms of making sure that everything's flowing right, everything's going where it should be going, and just maintaining the community standards that you have?
Oh, very, very essential. And we have partner districts we work with in terms of where we buy water and transmit it and so forth. But it's critical both for the folks in our district, our good customers, and the area to maintain high standards and maintain our infrastructure, as I say, not only for the local area, but for the partners that we deal with and who we buy water from. Very critical.
Right. And when you guys do this kind of educational campaign, do you go to communities and do this? Do you talk to groups and things like that?
Oh yeah, that's a very good thing. We take a water truck out to community events. We did it with the Lake Forest City Night Out, I believe it was called. But go out and take the water truck out and show how water works and demonstrate the water. The water's great. And do demonstrations and so forth, how it works. And fire hydrants, we work with the fire departments on those issues to make sure they're working correctly, have the right pressure and so forth. Very active in that area.
In terms of maintenance of the sewer system, we had a little slide up there that talks about the fact that you guys are kind of looking at those things, all that you guys said scopes down there. There's root intrusions, there's all sorts of things that happen just in nature in terms of like trees growing and it gets into those pipes, and that can really be a major thing too. So in terms of maintenance, that's a big issue, right?
It's a big issue, and we have an active program on that, and it's amazing. You could look at a root intrusion and look around, I don't know, maybe a quarter mile maybe, and not see a tree or a bush, but it's amazing how far the roots will go to seek out the water. So it's something we're active on, yes.
When people are planting around their homes, should they be thinking about those things in terms of, well, we have pipes coming in, pipes going out? Is there a certain area they shouldn't be planting, or should they know where the pipes are to make sure maybe, hey, don't plant a tree right here because that's where your sewer line is?
Yeah, that's good to know. And they can certainly contact our district, eltorowaterddistrict.com, and get information on that. And we can certainly give information in terms of what's good and not good. You look at older cities like Los Angeles, where they've had trees in for, who knows, I don't know, 80, 100 years maybe, and built communities around it. They're having problems. And we do look for that in the area here as well in our agency.
So in terms of what we can do at home in terms of putting things in the right place, what are the kind of steps on how to dispose fog at home? What are the proper ways for us to do that? You say, hey, don't put it down the drain, don't use anything, but what should we be doing?
Well, you ought to take bacon grease, for example, let it cool, wipe it off with a towel, whatever the case may be, and put it in the trash and then dispose of it correctly. Anything you don't, nothing hazardous, obviously. Anything you don't know, contact us or your local city to determine that. But for the most part, if there's any question, dispose of it in the trash, assuming that's appropriate for the item.
Right.
Absolutely.
Now, and you guys say you support, or the disposal companies will put the bins out there.
Yes, sir.
I've noticed that. And how successful has that been in reducing? Do you guys know the numbers in terms of over the years we've been able to reduce, or we've been able to have success with that?
Well, the food portion of that, it just rolled out, I believe, a couple of months ago, at least in my city, Lake Forest. And they provided little bins where you can put the food waste, and then that's commingled with the green waste. It's a pretty new program, so I don't know for certain, but I think it's a good idea. It should be hopefully successful. That's pretty new.
Yeah, and it's one of those things that you have to kind of educate folks in terms of the change, because they're used to throwing things down the disposal, and they were raised that way. Their parents did it and that kind of thing. So it's like, no, you just put it down the disposal. That's how you get rid of stuff.
Yes.
So is it really kind of the education part that you really guys want to get out there?
Oh yeah, we have our community activity group meetings as well, typically quarterly, and folks are more than welcome to come and attend that, and we put on presentations on various things and educate folks. And as I'd mentioned, we go out to community events and demonstrate water and how water systems work, and it's pretty interesting, very interesting stuff.
You guys do annual inspections for restaurants as well? There are annual inspections like that?
That's correct. We believe they call them grease traps. We go and inspect that and make sure they're operating in accordance with their permit. Check that, make sure they're not putting a bunch of material down the drain. That could be a big item.
Are there special things that the restaurants have to do that we aren't required to do at home, or there's some things that their protocols are supposed to be following in terms of making sure that they're not clogging up lines, because they have so much volume going through there?
Oh, there are. I am not conversant with all the protocol, and I'll tell you the truth on the commercial side. But yes, I'm sure they are. I know we're active on checking up on that.
All right, folks. So don't stuff those things down the garbage disposal. If it's food waste, put it in the trash, or have it. Hopefully, the disposal bins are coming to your neighborhood soon. I want to thank Wyatt McLean from El Toro Water District. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you so much. Really appreciate it.
Appreciate it too. Want a quick check of the weather before we head out, and we got some warm temperatures on the way. Start of the Santa Anas today. We're going to be full-blown Santa Anas tomorrow, nice and hot, up in the 90 degrees. Come on, fall, do your job. And then we're going to start tapering off on Thursday and Friday, a little bit cooler there. Tomorrow on the program, we're going to be welcoming Assemblywoman Diane Dixon to the program, as well as Band X. They got a big show coming up, so stay tuned for that. That's going to do it for this edition of This Day. I'm Michael Taylor. For all of us here at Village Television, we hope you make this day a great one.